Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I'll be fighting a 200-point kill team game between my Dark Angels and Dave's Sons of Corvus Space Marines. So the story that we've got going on here is that a Son of Corvus had found some information about a member of the Fallen and was flying back to his people with the information when he was shot down out of the sky and crash landed somewhere here in this forested region. So the Dark Angels sent out a force to go try to locate him, and the Sons of Corvus sent out a force to go locate him because he managed to get back a report before he got shot down where he was generally. So we are going to be doing the supply drop mission, and the objective that when it's found will actually be the fallen, the injured Son of Corvus. So that's what we've got going on here with this game. Before we go any further, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting. So for the Dark Angels, we'll be running a 5-man tactical squad with a Razorback as a dedicated transport and a 3-man Ravenwing bike squadron. And for the Sons of Corvus Space Marines, we have a 3-man bike squad with 2 flamers, and a 5-man tactical squad with a plasma gun, an Imperial Marine, and a Rhino as a dedicated transport. So for the Dark Angels from the left here, we've got my leader who gets +1 victory point if he slays his leader in a challenge. Then I have my combat specialist who has Killer Instinct, wounding on 2s. I then have my weapon specialist who has +1 ballistic skill, and then I have my indomitable specialist who has relentless. So for the Sons of Corvus Space Marines here, from left to right, we have his leader who gets +1 victory point if he slays my leader in close combat in a challenge. Then we have his we've got, this guy has preferred enemy there, his guerrilla specialist. Then we have his weapon specialist who has Eagle Eye, increasing his range by half. And then we have his dirty fighter with monstrous blows, or weapons, I can't remember which one it is. This murderous, it's the one with murderous blows, so he's the one that gets to reroll his wounds in close combat. Alright, so those are the two armies. Let's go over deployment here. I've got a bolter guy over here. I've got a biker guy here. I've got my guy with a +1 ballistic skill right there. I've got my Razorback here. Inside is my leader and another regular bolter guy. I've got my relentless guy right over here. Then I've got a regular biker guy there, and then I've got my my Killer Instinct specialist over here on the side here. Going over deployment for the Sons of Corvus. We've got his bikers over here. We've got the Rhino over here with his Melt guy and the Imperial Marine inside. And then we've got the 3 other guys in here over here in this cover. So that's what the deployment is right now. Before we go any further, let's see. Dark Angels are going to go first unless he can seize the initiative on a 6. No, on a 1. So we will come back to you after a movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. Alright, movement phase for the Dark Angels here. He stood still, so he was next to the objective. That wasn't where the supply drop was. He stood still. Also next to objective that was not where the supply drop is. These guys moved up here. This guy shot up here next to objective, was not the objective. He ran up here next to objective, not the objective. These guys shot up here, not the objective. So that means the last one, right here, is where the objective is. So he is back there with all that information, and we have to go try to get it. So that is it for the movement phase here for the Dark Angels on turn 1. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting out the shooting phase here, we've got my Razorback is going to fire into his leader back there. He is not going to jink because he's got a 3+ armor save. So twin-linked heavy bolter here, hitting on 3s. Oh, twin-linked, thank God. Alright, so I got 2 hits, strength 5, toughness 5, looking for 4s. Nothing. Ooh, killer. Alright, he's going to fire into the guy on the left over there. So, hitting on 3s, twin linked. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. Oh, that went off. Hitting on wounding on a 4. No, nothing. Alright, this guy here is going to fire into his leader back there. Hitting on a 3. Nope. This guy's going to be shooting into his leader, hitting on a 3, just out of rapid fire range. Twin linked. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. Nothing. And then he is going to fire into his leader, hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 5. That's a wound, finally. 3 up armor save. Oh, I saw the 2, I saw it. It wanted to come up, but it didn't. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. I got a couple runs. Those are boring, and I'm not going to have any charges. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Sons of Corvus Space Marines here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Sons of Corvus. These guys shot up here. The 2 guys on the left and right passed their dangerous terrain test. His leader in the middle failed his dangerous terrain test, but passed his armor save, giving him a heart attack. His Rhino moved up 6 inches. These guys shuffled up to the front there, and he's running back over that way. So that is it for movement phase for the Sons of Corvus. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, the guy on the right there, starting out the shooting phase, is going to fire into him. So hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. That is a wound. 3 up armor save. He's good with a filth phase. Woo! All right, the guy on the left there actually is a bolter, so he is going to fire into him over here. Hitting on the 3. No misses. All right, this guy back here is going to fire into my biker over here. Hitting on a 3. I'm not jinking. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. No. All right, so his disintegrator guy is going to take a shot into my Razorback over here. So he is going to be hitting on 3s. He's got preferred enemy. So hitting on 3. No, that is a miss. All right, so his plasma guy is going to get up and shoot into my Razorback over here. So he is in rapid fire range because he's got the Eagle Eye, which increases his range by half. So he's within 18 inches for rapid fire here. So 2 shots here, hitting on 3s. Got 1 miss, but not against hot. So strength 7, looking for a 4 to glance. Oh, no, I won. All right. And the Storm Bolter from there is going to fire into my biker. Not jinking, hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 5. Oh, that's a wound. 3 up armor save. Oh! Yeah, he would have been fine. Oh, killer. All right, so that is first blood. All right, so coming over here, the guy on the left there is going to fire his flamer into these guys. He can actually hit both. So we'll do one at a time here. The guy on the left first, wounding on a 5. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. He's good with a filth face. And then on to the other guy over here on a 5. No, nothing on that one. All right, his leader is going to fire into him. So 2 shots here, hitting on 3s. No, twin link though. You got 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Oh, 2 wounds. Oh, 2 3 up armor saves. And he's good! Woo! And now the guy on the right is going to fire into my biker there. So, hitting on 3s. We got 2 hits. That's a 4 in there. 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Let's do that again. Got 1 wound. 3 up armor save. He's good! Woo! All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. So moving on to the assault phase here. All 3 of these guys are going to charge into that guy there. So he's going to start from the left and moving over to the right. So for the guy on the left there, I'm going to shoot Overwatch. So I'm hitting on 5s and 6s because I didn't jink, which is why I didn't jink through all of that. So hitting on 5s and 6s. All right, twin linked. 2 misses that first time round. No, nothing. All right, so distance for the charge. Yeah, he is in. Then onto the leader. He is also in. And then the other guy is also in. All right, so we'll move them in and we'll come back to you with the fight subphase. All right, so they all passed their dangerous terrain test and now moving on to the Hammer of Rats. They've all got them wounding on 5s. We got 1 wound, 3 up armor save. He's good. We'll come back to you with the fight subphase. All right, so to initiate step 4, these guys are all going to attack in here. So we've actually got, you may as well just do them all at the same time. So we've got 6 attacks coming in here because it's 1 base for each of them plus 1 for the charge on each. So we've got 6 attacks hitting on 4s. Pretty good. So we got 4 hits, wounding on 5s.
All about this, you were able to direct that.
We got 1 wound. Oh, that was cock, sorry. Got 1 wound. 3 up armor save. He's good. And then his 1 attack back is going to be against his leader there. So, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2 because he's the one with killer instinct. Oh, come on! Why? Why would you do that to me? All right, that's sooked, but not much we can do about it. All right, so that is the end of the Sons of Corvus turn here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. He's running up this way. He's running up this way. He shoved over this way 6 inches, and then he disembarked up there. He's jumping up on this way, and this guy just scuffled around over this way, so he's 1 inch away. That is it for movement phase for Dark Angels here on turn 2. We'll come back to you with a shooting phase. All right, starting the shooting phase, he's going to fire into the guy on the right over there. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. That is a wound. 3 up armor save. He's dead. All right, so this guy is going to fire into this guy up here. Hitting on 2s because he's the guy with +1 ballistic skill. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. No. My guy inside there is going to rapid fire into this guy over here. So hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. That is 2 wounds. 2 3-up armor saves. No, he is double dead. All right, so heavy bolter from here is going to go into that guy over there. Hitting on 3s. Twin linked. Okay, 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. Got 1, 2 wounds. 2 3-up armor saves. And he makes them both. Well played, sir. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase here for Dark Angels on turn 2. So we will come back to you with the assault phase. All right, starting off the assault phase, he is going to assault into here. So I need, it's a 7 inches away, so he needs a 9-inch charge going through cover there. So 9 inches. Oh no, he does not make it. All right, now he is going to charge into there. And he's barely in, but in, because I put him real close there. All right, so we will move him in, and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, moving on to the fight sub phase. I have a Hammer of Wrath into that guy over there. So, wounding on a 5. That's a wound. 3-up armor save. Oh, he's good. All right, we'll come back to you with initiative step 4. All right, at initiative step 4, everybody is going to go at the same time. So, my guy that just came into combat here is going to go into that other guy over there. So, he's got 2 attacks, 1 base, +1 for the charge. Hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. That's a wound. 3-up armor save. He's good. He's going to attack back into him. So, hitting on, he's got 1 attack, hitting on 4. No, he misses. All right, then we'll go with my guy here attacking into his leader. He's got 1 attack, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2 because he's killer instinct. You kidding me? Oh, you're the worst specialist ever. Okay, we'll come back to you with his other attacks. All right, and then the other 2 guys are going to go into my guy over there. So hitting on 4s, got 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. No, nothing. So they will all be locked in combat like a whole bunch of jerks. All right, so that is it for the Dark Angels turn here on turn 2, so we'll come back to you after the movement for the Sons of Corvus Space Marines on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Sons of Corvus. This guy moved up closer to his fallen brethren. These guys moved up less than 6 inches up here, and these guys are all locked in combat. So that is it for the movement phase for the Sons of Corvus. We will come back to you with a shooting phase here on turn 2. All right, this guy here is going to fire into this guy over here. So, hitting on a 3, that's a hit. Wounded on a 4, that's a wound. 3-up armor save. Yeah, he's good with a filth face. Woo! All right, Stormbolter from the Rhino is going to fire into my guy in the trees there. Hitting on 3s. Got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound. 1 3-up armor save. Yeah, he's good. All right, so the disintegrator guy is going to fire his, the Imperial Marine with his disintegrator gun is within rapid fire range. He's going to fire into my Razorback here. So 2 shots. He's got preferred enemy, so rerolling. Whoa! Rerolling 1s, because those would have gotten hot otherwise, but preferred enemy just saved his butt. All right, if you could do that again right now, that would be great. Do you take requests? Oh, 2 hits. All right, so strength 5, looking for 6s to glance. Oh boy, can he do it? Oh, wow, from 2 1s to 2 6s. So that is 2 glances. Not great for me. And now the plasma guy is going to rapid fire into the Razorback here. So he's got 2 shots here, hitting on 3s. Both hits, strength 7, looking for 4s to glance. We got 1 glance, and that is enough to wreck it. Killer brutal. All right, so I will disembark my leader, and we will come back to you with the... actually, that's it for the shooting phase for them. So we will come back to you with the fight sub phase that we've got going on. All right, that's where he ended up, and he passed his leadership test, so he is not pinned. All right, moving on to the fight sub phase. All right, so moving over here, initiative step 4. This guy on the right is going to attack into that guy, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. Yeah, with a 6. 3+ armor. Oh, and he's good. And then he's going to attack back into my guy here, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. That's a wound. 3+ armor save. He's good. And then my guy there is going to attack into his leader, hitting on a 4. Okay, at least you rolled your 1 on a miss. I don't have to roll it on a 2+. All right, we'll come back to you with his other attacks. And then the other 2 guys are going to attack, hitting on 4s, 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Here comes. Now I got 1 wound. 3+ armor save. He's good. So they will continue fighting. And that is the end of the Sons of Corvus turn here on turn 2. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 3. All right, movement phase here for the Dark Angels. He stood still. He moved up 6 inches, he moved up 6 inches, he moved through cover 6 inches, and he moved up 4 inches through cover, and everybody else is engaged. So that is it for the Dark Angels here on turn 2, movement phase on turn 3. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so shooting phase starting out here. This guy is going to fire into that guy over there, hitting on a 3. That's a hit, wounding on a 4. No, nothing there. This guy is going to fire into that guy there, hitting on a 2 because he has the +1 ballistic skill. That's a hit, wounding on a 4. That is a wound with a fill face, 3+ armor save. Oh, and he is good. All right, this guy here is going to throw a crack grenade into there, hitting on a 3. That's a hit, looking for a 5 to glance. No, nothing. All right, that is it for the shooting phase. So moving on to the assault phase, he is going to assault in here. Whoa. 6 inches, so he is in. All right, we'll move him in, and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. Alrighty here, so at initiative step 4, we've got my guy there, the bolter guy, and the attack and the regular biker are going into his guy on the right there. So they're the guy who ran in there is 1 base plus 1 for the charge, and the other guy is just 1 base. So they are both the same exact thing, hitting on 4s. All right, we got 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. No, nothing there. All right, then my other guy here is going to attack into his leader, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. Okay, that's actually a wound. 3+ armor save. Yeah, that is slay the leader. Woo! But he will get to attack back. So we're going to go over here. We'll go with this guy. Is he going to attack into the biker?
He's going to actually deliver his attack.
Oh, he's going to go into the other guy over there. So, hitting on a 4. Nope, that is a miss. So then the leader and this guy are going to go into this guy over here. 2 hits, hitting on 4s, nothing there. So, you actually lost combat by 1. So, these guys have to take leadership tests. So, we'll go with the guy on the right there. Leadership, -1, he's good. And then this guy over here, leadership. No, he fails his leadership, and I don't think I can sweep in advance you because I'm still locked in combat with that guy. So he is just going to run away 3d6. Yes, towards your edge. Whoa, jeez. 16 inches, but that is still going to be on the table. So, crazy town. All right, that's actually probably pretty good for you, getting out of combat there. So, that's pretty good. All right, so that is the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Sons of Medusa on turn 3. All right, so he is going to assault into there. So, Overwatch here. We've got, which ones do you want to fire Overwatch with? Both of them?
Can I fire with both?
Yeah, both out of the tops there. So
yeah.
all right, which one first? Disintegrator first. So, rapid firing. So, hitting on 6s, re-rolling 1s. Got 1 hit. Oh, this is not good. Wounding on 6s, so you just got the 1 hit, right? Yep. So wounding on a 3, his strength 5, right? Yep. Wounding on a 3, and he's dead because it's AP 2. All right. All right. Movement phase for the Sons of Medusa here. This guy's still locked in combat. He shot around over this way. He moved over 6 inches this way, and he ran over to minister to his fallen brethren over there. So, the Sons of Corvus. Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say? Oh, I said Sons of Medusa. Sorry, Sons of Corvus. So, that is a movement phase for the Sons of Corvus, and we will come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 3. All right, starting off the shooting phase, he is going to fire into this guy over here. So, hitting on a 3. No, he should be at a 12, I think, right? Yeah, just out, I think. So, hitting on a 3. No, nothing there. All right, Stormbolter from the Rhino is going to fire into him. Hitting on 3s, 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Got 1 wound. 1 3-up armor save. He's good. All right, the Disintegrator is going to fire into him. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s, because a preferred enemy. Oh, so he gets hot. Armor save. Oh, he's good. But 1 shot goes through. So, wounding on a 3.
Second round.
Okay, that's a wound. 5-up cover save. Oh, no, he's dead. Wah, wah. All right, now the Plasma guy is going to fire into him. Hitting on 3s. Okay, doesn't get hot. Wounding on a 2. All right, he's going to go to ground. 6 up.
You got this, Phil?
Oh, no, he's totally dead. All right, and that is Break the Enemy. And that is it for shooting phase here. So we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so here we go. We're going to go in here at initiative step 4. His guy's going to go first. He's going to be rolling into my guy on the left there. So hitting on a 4, that's a hit. Wounding on a 5, that's a wound. 3-up armor save. He's good. So now my attacks are going to come in. The 2 guys on the right are going to attack in. Hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. That's not a wound. And then my specialist over there hitting on a 4. No, he misses. Of course he does. All right, so that combat will keep going on. And we will come back to you with the break test for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. All right, so starting off the break test with my leader over here on an 8. He makes it. No one's within 6 though. So we'll start from left to right over there. On an 8. He's good. On the middle guy, on an 8. He is also good. And then the guy on the right is also good. So that is it for the break test. We'll come back to you after movement phase. Alrighty, so movement phase, he moved up there into there, and that is it, because these guys are locked in combat. That is it for movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Alright, my leader is going to throw a crack grenade into his Rhino, hitting on a 3. That is a hit. Strength 6, armor 11, looking for 5 to glance. No, nothing there. All right, we'll come back to you with the assault phase. All right, my leader is going to try to charge into his Rhino over here. So he's going to fire Overwatch. We'll start with the Disintegrator guy. Cool, hitting on 6s. Rerolling 1s. Oh, jeez. Come on. Oh, got another 1. No hit, though. On a 3-up. Oh, he's good. All right, now the Plasma guy gets to attack. Hitting on 6s. Got 1 hit and doesn't get hot. Wounding on a 2. No, he doesn't wound. All right, I need 9 inches for this charge, or 8 inches for this charge, sorry. And I get it. Oh, killer. All right, so I will come in and then we will come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so moving over here for the fight sub phase. He is going to use his crack grenade to attack in there. So he is going to be hitting on a 3. No, he misses. Can't hit the broadside of a barn. All right, moving on. All right, so coming over here, initiative step 4, we're going to go with him first here, even though everyone gets hit. Especially, nope, he misses. So now we're going to do my 2 regular guys in there, hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 5. Nothing there. Then my specialist over there is going to be hitting on a 4. Nope. Okay, but now what I'm going to do is I am going to, no, I'm going to stay, I'm going to shoot. No, I'm going to hit and run. I'm going to hit and run with, actually both my bikers are going to try to hit and run. So we'll start with him first. Initiative, he's good. And then the other guy is not good, so he will be stuck in there. All right. So he is going to be running in that direction. 9, 10, 11, 12 inches. So I will move him and that will be the end of my turn. So we'll come back to you with after a movement phase for the Sons of Corvus here on turn 4. Alright, movement phase. He is locked in combat. He shot up over here. he moved around over here, and he just kind of shuffled around over that way. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with a shooting phase here on turn 4. All right, he is going to shoot into my leader over here, hitting on a 3. That's a hit, wounded on a 4. That is a wound. 3-up armor save. No, and he is dead, and that is slay the leader. Bwah, bwah. All right, so moving on here, the Stormbolter from here is going to fire into him. He's going to jink. So here we go, Stormbolter hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 5. That is a wound. 4-up jink save. He's good. All right, starting off here, the disintegrator gun is going to shoot into him, hitting on a 3. That's a hit, wounding on a 4. That is a wound. 4-up jink save. Rerollable because of Raven Wing. No, and he is dead. Bwah, bwah. All right, and that is it for the shooting phase, because that's the only people he's killed everyone he can shoot at, because these guys are locked in combat. So this guy in the assault phase is going to try to charge into here. So he's looking for a 10-inch charge. No, he does not make it. So we will come back to you with the fight sub phase that we got going on here. All right, initiative step 4. My guys and his guy are going at the same time. We'll do my attacks first. I got 2 attacks coming in here, hitting on 4s. I got nothing, okay? And then you've got your 1 attack, hitting on a 4. No, nothing. So they will be locked in combat. So then we will come back to you with the break test for the Dark Angels here on turn 5. All right, I'm actually going to try to hit and run here because I realize that that's probably the best thing to do. So, initiative test. Oh no, he didn't make it anyway. So now we'll come back to you after movement phase, which is going to be non-existent for the Dark Angels. And neither will there be a shooting phase since I'm locked in combat there. So we'll just come back to you with a fight sub phase for the Dark Angels on turn 5. Forgot about the break test, so we'll do the break test. Starting on the left there, looking for an 8. Wow, failed with double fill face. Rerolling because of and they shall know no fear. 8, he's good. Whoa, close. And then the other guy on the bike is good. All right, so now we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase here on turn 5. All right, so turn 5 here, fight sub phase. Initiative step 4. Both of my guys are going to go in there, hitting on 4s. We got 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Nothing that looked like it was going to be a fill face, but nothing there. So then his attack coming back here, hitting on a 4. No, nothing there. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Sons of Corvus here on turn 5. All right, movement phase on turn 5 for the Sons of Corvus. He moved up there an inch away past his dangerous terrain test. They shot 12 inches over this way, looking to get over here, and he stood still over there, holding that objective. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase for Sons of Corvus on turn 5. All right, so there is actually no shooting since all my guys are locked in combat. So he is going to assault in here, though. So, needing to roll, I think, he's in. Yeah, he's in. He already passed the dangerous terrain test. We already did that. So he is in. So we will come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so he's got a Hammer of Wrath coming in here. So wounding on a 5. No, nothing there. So we'll come back to you with initiative step 4. All right, so initiative step 4. These 2 guys, or both my guys, are going to go against his guy on the left there. So hitting on 4s. We got 2 hits, wounding on 5s. We got nothing. All right, so then his attack's coming in here. This guy is going to have 2 attacks into him. So hitting on 4s. Got 1, wounding on a 5. Nothing. And then he's got 1 attack into, who do you want to go into?
Going into the regular.
The regular guy over there. So 1 attack hitting on a 4. It's a hit. Wounding on a 4. No, but he gets to re-roll because of his monstrous blows. He's the specialist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's the specialist with monstrous blows. And that's a wound. Yes, we just keep missing so much that he forgot that that's what he had. So 3-up armor save. Yeah, he's good. So my guy is going to try to hit and run. And he's good for the hit and run. He is going to run 8 inches. So, but before we move him, this is the end of turn 5. So let's see if it goes on to a turn 6. On a 3+, it will. It does. So we will come back to you with the break test for the Dark Angels here on turn 6. All right, on turn 6, going over the break test, he's going to go first on an 8. He's good. And then my biker guy. is good. So we'll come back to you after a movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 6. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. He shot over this way, passes dangerous terrain test, and he is locked in combat. So that is it for the Dark Angels here on turn 6. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, shooting phase. He is going to shoot into this guy over here, hitting on a 3, twin linked. Oh, God, needed that not to happen. All right, so we will move on to the fight sub phase. All right, so at initiative step 4 over here in the fight sub phase, my guy is going to go into the guy on the left there, hitting on a 4. Whoa, hitting on a 4. No, nothing there. And then his 2 guys are going to come. Well, we get to do one at a time because the guy on the left has the murderous blows. So the guy murderous blows does hit, wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. He's good. And then the other guy. No, nothing there. So that fight will keep going on. All right, so we will come back to you after a movement phase for the Sons of Corvus here on turn 6. All right, movement phase here on turn 6 for the Sons of Corvus. He got out of the Rhino back here, staying within 12 inches of my table edge. He moved up 6 inches over here. They are locked in combat, and he stood still over there with the objective. So, moving on to the shooting phase. We're going to start with him shooting into him. So he's got 1 shot, hitting on a 3. That's a hit, wounding on a 5. That is not a wound, all right. All right, so the Stormbolter from here is going to fire into here. He is jinking, hitting on 3s. You got 1 hit, wounding on a 5. That is a wound. 4 up, jink save. He is good. All right, the Disintegrator is going to fire into him. That's hits on a 4, so wounding on a 4. No, nothing there. All right, Plasma Guy is going to shoot into him, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. 4 up, jink save. He makes it. He's good. Woo! All right, so that is it for shooting phase for the Sons of Corvus here. We'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. At initiative step 4, both our guys are going to be going. My guy's going to go into his guy on the left there. So, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. Oh, I saw that too. But he made it. Well done. So, murderous blow guy is going to go back. Hitting on a 4. No, and then the other guy on a 4. Cocked. No, nothing there. So that will continue on. But that is the end of turn 6. Will it go on to a turn 7? On a 4+, I really need this happen. No, and that is the end of the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, the way this one ends is a Sons of Corvus win. With he had First Blood, Slay the Leader. He's got Line Breaker, and he holds the objective over there, and he has Break the Enemy. I just had Slay the Leader and Line Breaker. So a super tough match. At the end there, I had visions of grandeur of him, this guy running over here, shooting him off the objective and jumping on and taking it in turn 7. And that would have gotten me the win over there. So, yeah, the Sinless fight over here at first screwed him over and then screwed me over and over again. So, man, that double 6 to glance, my racer back there with the what's it called? What's the thing? The disruptor? No. Whatever, what's it called? Disruptor? Yeah, the disintegrator cannon gun was brutal. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Kill Team is a blast, and just goes to show you it can change like at the drop of a dime going on there. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I certainly did. I've been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent's been Dave, and until next time, have fun.